Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 10 of season 3 of Superman and Lois. Dude, after this, we only have 3 more episodes of this season. We still have no word on what's happening with this show, man. It's making me nervous, especially knowing that the season ends on a cliffhanger. I need to know if we're getting another season or not, man. Ain't no soon. It's stressing me out a little bit. But guys, let's go ahead and hop in. We had some nice little twists and turns in the last episode. And yeah, with how it ended, I'm very curious to see what the next steps are. With that all said, guys, let's go ahead and hop into this. If you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you go to Meryl's channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes to reaction the entire episode. Get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. Try to make it worth your while, so you're going to wait to support the channel. Guys, if you enjoy this reaction, really appreciate it. If you leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and let's go ahead and hop into this, man. Here we go.
Since your mom's cancer returned, is that Superman? It's the Superman of the inverse world, son. It's how I found the cure to save your mom.
Still, love how he just kind of woke up from his nap and then went right back to sleep.
But it's because of my family that I'm standing here today. You gave me the strength. And I love you all.
No.
Especially you. Screw cancer!
Fuck cancer! You know what? I need to wear my fuck cancer shirt, man. That's what I need to be wearing. I need to get that out. I keep forgetting about it.
I've hardly spent any time with the boys lately. I feel like we could use a good father-son hang.
It's a good idea. Do something fun.
Yeah.
Father Sunday!
Is the Gazette covering the visit?
Yeah, Chrissy is.
That gonna be weird? The mayor's ex-husband's new girlfriend just hanging around all day?
Well, it's not like their relationship's gonna come up. It'll be fine.
Maybe it will.
Maybe this meeting with Governor Wexler will give me 2,000 words.
I may have something.
Oh no, the Jordan thing.
Why go to all the trouble to expose them?
After everything that we've been through in Smallville, don't you think that we deserve the truth?
I do think Kyle deserves the truth, but this is how we get him to the truth.
It's okay.
Kyle?
No, it's fine. I'll let you get back to it.
Yep. Saw that coming.
Bro, I literally had you.
Hey guys, your D's weaker than you without superpowers.
It says I got 2 fumbles.
John, Jordan.
Hey, Dad.
Hey. You see a movie or fly somewhere?
Yeah, cool.
Anything fun you guys want to do?
Come on, guys, pay attention here.
Yo, there's a senior kegger at the old fairgrounds. We should go. We just made plans with Dad. Yeah, so what? He cancels on us all the time for Superman stuff. Single player, I guess.
I know it's gonna be hard to see her like this, but she needs you. We both do.
I wonder if there's gonna be something on those cufflinks, like a tracker or some kind of surveillance or hacking device or something like that.
I don't know about this, man. He seemed pretty excited.
For us to put the focus on him like that, something's gotta be up.
Who wants to wrangle and tangle?
Dude, Tyler's so fucking good at this.
Did you buy a shirt?
Yeah, it's being the bulldozer. Come on, we used to go all the time when we lived in Metropolis.
Good luck, John.
What's going on?
Oh.
This is your one chance to tell your side of the story.
A superpowered monster who's been running loose in Hobbs Bay.
Let me tell your story, Peia. I promise I'll be fair.
But also a pretty horrific murderer, considering the extent of her abilities. The chainsaws.
Okay.
No. This admission is what's going to get Lex out, I imagine. You know, he's probably the cliffhanger at this point. If we haven't pulled him out, he's probably the final episode reveal thing.
There's a problem. Which is now your problem. I've been supportive of this relationship, but I'm not going to be tech support on how to deal with Kyle.
No, it's actually about...
She's here.
Shit. I mean, this is important, though. Like, you're the only other person she could talk to about this at the moment.
Gotta hand it to you. Many people have tried, but you're the first person to actually rip Superman's heart out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boys didn't want to hang out with you, huh?
Yeah, they said something came up.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Finally had time to hang out with them, and they couldn't get away from me fast enough.
But teenage boys, hanging out with boring old dad just isn't a priority.
Clarke is not boring.
I feel like some people would think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, those people aren't your sons. You, Clarke, are fast approaching the obsolescence phase of fatherhood.
No, don't tell him that.
He must have been suspicious, though.
Hard to say. Weren't actually dating for very long before Boss was murdered by Lex Luthor.
She's sticking to that story.
I helped put a man behind bars for a crime he didn't commit.
And the world is better for it. Lex Luthor was a monster before he went to prison. Could you imagine what he's become since? Setting him free would be the biggest mistake of your life.
Okay. I think that is going to be the cliffhanger.
Thanks for visiting, Lois.
Fuck.
Don't come back.
I don't know, man. Like, because we know he can't be the... I don't think he's going to be this season's big bad at this point. Like, the big switcheroony at the end. It'd be way too late in the game to do it. I think they're purely setting him up for that question mark of a season 4, sadly.
Stop making me feel weird whenever I'm around you.
You know, sometimes
This is what happens when...
I fell in love with you.
Yeah, damn, man. Oof.
Well, it's certainly going to take a while to recover.
Tron 2? Oh, Party Tron 2. I was like, wait, what? What kind of reality are we living in?
Single mom, right?
As of recently, yes.
Oh,
shit. He got bored and traded you in for some young floozy. I realized pretty quickly the only thing that cheating son of a bitch was doing was holding me back. No, you got a bunch of single moms in charge, badasses like you and me.
Awkward.
Can we just, can we not talk about it?
Sure, if that's what you really want.
Dude, everybody's striking out today.
It's been tough.
You miss you too, babe.
Oh, he's gonna go distract himself. Oh, never mind.
I get called. This will be my second underage drinking.
You're not getting caught.
Sarah's gonna outrun these cops.
This badass getaway driver.
That was insane.
Oh! Dude, it's such a Smallville moment right there.
Listen, Kyle, I'm willing to drop fleeing the scene, but driving under the influence, I'm afraid the department can't just look the other way on that. We're gonna charge her with a DUI.
Oh, damn.
Somebody saved us and you know it.
What happened?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
The secret. I get it, but I hate it at the same time.
Try not to let it bother you. This is what happens with teenagers. They want to be with their friends more than their parents.
Yeah, but I loved hanging out with my mom when I was their age.
Oh, you were a dork.
Mateo Mannheim just arrived. Okay if I send him in?
Give me a few more minutes with her first.
Oh, what if, okay, going back on what I said about the cufflinks, what if this cure... Oh, what if this cure thing was like he put it in there and he's going to give it to her in the...
Was anybody hurt?
No, and I had my hood and goggles on the whole time, so I don't even think he saw my face.
All right, whatever Junior thinks he saw, we can deal with later.
That's not the whole problem, though.
You were at a party.
Yeah, it just sort of came up.
And was this before or after you and John canceled our plans?
I mean, does it matter? I just saved 2 people's lives.
Yeah, and you also lied to my face, so you could go drink at some party.
I told you it was nothing.
It's enough to get you and John grounded.
You can't be serious right now.
You keep giving me attitude, you're gonna make it worse.
Yeah, whatever.
Excuse me?
This isn't about me having a beer. This is because John and I didn't want to hang out with you.
Okay, Jordan, get up to your room.
Yeah, I would rather be there than watching some stupid wrestling match anyway.
Right now.
God, I've been in this position, though. I've been fucking Jordan. God damn it, man.
It's for you. If you'll excuse me.
It's just her ex-husband.
Why did you get up first then?
It's getting weird. Oh, God. Sarah, just pull it up.
I need a moment.
Is that Mayor Lang's daughter?
I'm not really sure, is it?
Nice cover there. Oh, no.
Not without seeing him. It's important.
This is gonna backfire somehow. Bruno's done something.
Okay. Even about Luthor.
I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I think it's gonna happen eventually, but I don't think it's gonna happen like this.
Dad thinks that some superhero rescued us from the crash.
Look, something happened out there, okay? I know it did.
Dude, please let's not make Kyle the town crazy.
I don't know what you want me to say, Kyle.
Jesus. God, this sucks just because we know.
All right, because I don't really want to be around either one of y'all.
God, dude, everybody's forcing him out at the moment. Dude, the burden of this secret is so destructive sometimes, man.
I know what he's been working on.
I love your father, but he's desperate and...
Shit. Oh, it's gonna turn... This isn't gonna go the way they think, though.
But he just pulled up. I'll call you back.
Jonathan!
No!
I wasn't drinking.
But you were at a party.
Where I drink water. Look, if I
Aww.
was drinking, you'd be able to, like, super smell it or something.
Like, shit, you're right.
Drinking.
Okay? So, do you want me to apologize for him now? Look, after...
He's so confused.
You don't have to worry about that.
Okay, I believe you. But you lied to me about the party. Okay.
He wants so much to be bad about something.
Okay, well, you're the one who's always busy. Look, we can't just sit around and wait for you to have free time.
Oh.
It's not how it works. Can I have my keys back now?
I just want to know what side effects this injection's going to have on Peia, though, because it's not going to be as clean as they think. Not with 3 episodes still to go.
Promised you would be honest about Luthor.
That was before.
Before what?
Before I got better.
Shit.
Hey, Kyle. What's going on? Is John here? Yeah, he's upstairs. I need to talk to him. It's about Sarah.
Everything okay?
Luckily, yeah. Because of him.
Wait, what? Oh! Oh, he thinks John's the one with powers because of the house thing.
What's Mr. Cushing saying?
Shit.
He thinks you have superpowers. Me.
God damn it. Wow. That turned.
Lois.
Jesus.
I will leave when I get some answers. And we'll talk about this later. We can talk about this now. I have to go. Just, please.
Shit, he's just... one of the two of them is going to have to do this.
No, it wasn't.
Oh!
Go home, Kyle. I'll explain it all to you tomorrow.
Please. Oh! Holy shit. This boiled over so fast. Oh, wow. Man, her power is so busted. She can make shit sound from anywhere? What the fuck? How does that work? Dude, are we going to ever follow up on Bizarro's eyes opening? Or no?
We did it.
Dude, what side effects and consequences is this going to have, though? Damn. Dude, I'm so glad that Kyle's finally getting brought in the loop. Oh, well, we'll have to wait, I guess, and see for sure. But he knows something's up now, man. He's just watched Clarke go, nope, you're not coming on my property, and we'll talk about this tomorrow. I thought Jordan was just going to come out and be like, it was me. But, nah. There was no other way around that situation at that point. Your only options, there's no way to convey this, but the only options I was thinking about in that moment was if Clarke holds him off from going in the house and maybe brings Jonathan out, but meanwhile, Jordan sneaks off to go help at the DOD. But with everything going on at the DOD, I don't think anybody should trust. I don't think Jordan's ready for that type of situation at all. So that's not really an ideal move either. Whew. But Jonathan being the responsible one, using the party thing just as a way to hang out, didn't drink, hung out with Candace, though everything else just spiraled. And with this endorsement coming in from outside of Smallville, from this other politician to try and kind of work out this like arrangement with Lana, all while this other stuff is going on, and it just spirals and spirals and spirals, and all that awkwardness. And I love this about Chrissy, man. All that going on, all that kind of underhanded talk throughout everything that was kind of meant to undermine kind of every step of the way, the type of relationship that Lana has found herself in. It started, there was like, aha, us single women, blah, 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 those cheaters and that sort of stuff, like, on her side. But the second some of that motherhood comes back around, like with Sarah, with Kyle coming back in, the fact that, I don't know if it's the fact that he's still in her life or the fact that she's got this stuff going on within her house that made her go like, scoff. And Chrissy, out of all of that, even though she did call her out, I was like, if that's her husband, why did you stand up first? Or ex-husband or whatever. And it was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Lana's a great mayor, blah, blah, blah. And she just stood up for the whole situation, whether she, that pays off or pans out or whatever. But this episode, though, Jordan's struggle with Sarah, I really don't know where that's going to go, man. And it definitely is really just continuing to put some tension on the whole situation. And I understand where both of them are at in this, especially given the way he's still lingering on those feelings. And Sarah has kind of moved past that, or at least is trying to move past that. And Jordan is just kind of stuck in that moment, realizing that things just didn't play out the way that he had hoped. And he's still just kind of in that mindset, and being at that party didn't really help. And then throughout all of this episode, with the things we've seen in the previous episodes, the things Kyle's seen in the previous seasons, he's piecing things together. But he's got a picture, but everybody around him, and he knows everybody is full of shit. Because their poker faces, honestly, their excuses are not that great, and they really do come off condescending and passive-aggressive, especially Chrissy. Which I hope that doesn't ruin the relationship, because I do think they have a cute little dynamic, but like the way she handled that, and I don't know how any other way you could handle that. To be honest, an easier way in that moment to kind of address the stuff he's trying to talk to you about, that where you know the truth, but you can't. It's not your secret to tell. Same thing when that came up at the Cushing house when Sarah's like, "You think somebody's superpower saved us?" And Lana's like, "Oh, fuck." And she's like, I'm mad at you, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like that could have happened. And then everybody's just gaslighting the fuck out of Kyle. And he's just like losing his mind. He's like, what is going on? Everybody around me is lying. And he's putting two and two together, and he thinks it's Jonathan, which makes sense because Jonathan has been at every one of those places because he's always been with Jordan. And he goes to the kid house. And he's like, "Where is he? Oh, I need to know." Oh, it's such a great bubbling of moments to kind of build to finally build to this invitation into the circle, which I'm wondering how that'll change the entire dynamic. And like I've said throughout the episode, we only have 3 episodes left this season, and there's a big old we don't know if season 4 is even going to happen. And they did already confirm ahead of time, because of that uncertainty, that they let people know ahead of time that this season will end in a cliffhanger. The way it is structured, even though we had that Lex Luthor teaser, we know he's been cast. They've shown images of him in like scenes. So like, I have to imagine all of that promotional stuff is literally only going to be in the final episode, because I don't know how you pace that in with how the things have been structured right now. With the Bizarro stuff, with the science, with Henry Miller, with them using this XK Superman DNA blend, this cocktail of drugs to try to cure this cancer. Someone in our chat, Summer, had said a great little theory that I think is exactly what this is going to be leading to, because she's really great at like thematic through lines, stuff like sometimes even I can't see. She always has some great points. Brought up that because the show has a lot of parallels going on with what's happening with Lois, going about her treatment the right way, actually in the real grounded way, like the way we would if something happened. Like we would get the treatments, go through chemo and blah, 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 do all the things we're supposed to do and see how that works or doesn't work or whatever. That's the route she's taking. The other route is Bruno, and you're paralleling the journeys that her and Peia are on, while Bruno and Clarke are dealing with this in a completely different way as well. Clarke is just being there for her, the ethics of using Kryptonian technology, the hindrances that come with that. There's a difference of approach where they kind of they very much so contrast one another while running on a parallel course. While Bruno is all about taking the unnatural path or curing her at all costs, whether it's via murder, through unethical science, through just desperate testing, because they haven't tested this new concoction on anybody yet. And it's come from Bizarro, not Clarke, so we don't know the effects it would have injecting somebody with DNA from somebody from the inverse world. None of this has been tested. So there's this possible through line, because we still don't have our big bad, unless at this point it is just Peia and Bruno the entire way through. Usually we're used to kind of like a switch up midway through the season or in the back half, and I don't know if that's going to happen now unless this concoction, which has seemingly become a miracle cure for her, ends up going down this like Jekyll and Hyde situation where maybe, it seems fine right now, but we don't know the side effects or the consequences of that. And then in the efforts to cure this disease through these means, he will create his own monster. He will be the cause of her downfall, and possibly even the cause and creation of whatever it is we were fighting at the end of this, whatever she maybe becomes. And maybe none of that happens. But it is a nice thematic idea, especially right now, because we don't really have anything else other than Peia, Automata Peia as this. I just realized that her name Peia is part of Automata Peia. God damn it. Jesus. Anyway, but I don't know what or who she would become. Would it be something altogether unique to the show? Or would this be like a doomsday bait to Bizarro, or a Tal-Rho bait to Eradicator, or the Lex Luthor transition into John Henry Irons? Is she going to be Automata Peia and then become the embodiment of some other entity or superhero that we've not seen before up until this point from the comics? Maybe brought in. Is she going to evolve into somebody else like a Pokemon? Or is this just going to take her and turn her into a specific nondescript monster? I don't know. Maybe none of these things happen. Maybe Lex does break out and he is secretly the big bad, because again, she reiterated the dangers of letting him out if the truth of what they have done get out and he's exonerated and he gets to get out of prison for that, and he's like, the world may be a better, like in a worse off place because that's the only person she fears. And I do think she was probably telling the truth in that moment, which also means they were bold as all hell to have framed him in the first place. Because I guess that was a win-win on their part, because if they made a deal with him, then they would be beholden with Hobbs Bay to Lex if they had gone that route. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see how this rounds out. If Peia is just straight up the final boss, if she will evolve into the final boss, if we will just drop all of that and Lex just comes in to be the big bad. I don't feel like that would make any structural sense. So I really think that cliffhanger, that tease or whatever, is going to be the Lex stuff that we're going to be hanging on a thread for. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Great performances in this episode from everybody, man. Again, Clarke, as a dad, I love Tyler's excited Clarke when he came back with the shirts and the tickets for that, what I guess, wrestling thing that they had set up or whatever that was. Like, he's like, when he gets excited, man, it just brings warmth to my heart. And I get it. I get the story they're telling, man. They're teenagers. They are living their own lives. And John makes a really good point that, you know, they never really can guarantee when he will be available or free. So for them to just wait around and make plans with him a lot of the time, like, they can't really freeze their lives. Even though this wasn't one of those situations. But I do understand where they're coming from in this, and John having the level head in this whole situation, and then I don't know. I really don't. I also don't know the trajectory of this whole Sarah and Jordan thing, because it's a little. I don't want to say. I don't know. It's definitely not healthy at this point, especially for Jordan. He needs to find a way to let go at this point, because he's just hanging on to a thread. And it's not healthy and it's not fair for anybody in this situation. But guys, what did you think of the episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to see the full length reaction, remember us on Patreon, or if we got a memorable channel, get you access as well. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sharon, Ryan Karen, Philly Vane, York Horscom, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Contrell, Tiff, and Erik Official. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.